guys, you're listening to another episode of the Bronco Breakdown. My name's Alana, and I'm here with Tiya.
Hey.
And Mariam.
Hi.
Today, some of our topics will be the best study habits and trivia about some historical people and events at BHS. To start off, let's talk about study strategies.
Some classes aren't doing finals this year, but AP tests are coming up in May. So here are our suggestions for effective study habits to have during this time.
Before we get started, make sure that after you listen to this episode, you check out some of our past episodes because they can help you during final season too.
So personally, I start off preparing for finals by writing down a schedule of when the finals are for each of my classes, so I can plan like my study routine according to that.
Yeah, that's definitely a really good way to study. I find it really helpful also to attend any review sessions that my teachers host and just make sure to do any review guides or review packets, stuff like that, to help me get ready for the tests.
I think it's really important to make sure that you balance your break times and your study time at the same time, so you're not always studying, but you're giving yourself breaks so that you can enjoy the time as well as studying and preparing for tests.
Yeah, I was researching a lot of videos that said like you should study for like 20 minutes and then take 5-minute breaks and go back to studying for 20 minutes. Personally, I don't really find that tactic very useful. I usually study for about 1 to 2 hours or maybe even more, and then I take a longer break. I don't know. What about you guys?
I do that too. I do the longer study sessions and then longer breaks because it feels like a bigger reward. I feel like if it's every 20 minutes and then you go for 5 minutes, I feel like I'd get distracted and end up accidentally taking longer breaks than just 5 minutes. So I feel like it's good to know that you got a good amount of work done before you take a break.
For me, I think it really depends on the class, and how much I really need to study. If I don't need to study that much, then I take the 20-minute, then 5-minute break. But if I need to study a lot, then I do an hour, 2 hours, and I kind of take in all the information I can during that time, and then I take a longer break.
Yeah, that's a really good strategy. What do you guys think about study groups and studying with people in your class?
I've never really done a study group in person, but we have done, because of Corona, we've done, this past semester, I have done a few online Zoom study groups.
Yeah, I'm sure those would be really cool and helpful because it's always helpful, I feel like, to have other people who you know are studying the same subject so you could sort of bounce ideas off of each other and help each other review for everything.
Yeah, totally. I personally think that if it's a really important test that's coming up, I like to study by myself first and then bounce some ideas off other people. I found that pretty useful.
Another thing I find really important for finals or just tests in general is to figure out the style of the exam. So if it's true or false, multiple choice, short answer, or if it's an essay question, I think it's really important because you understand you're able to know how to study based on the style of the exam. Because if the exam is true or false, you don't want to study multiple choice questions or short answer questions.
Yeah, that's totally true. Because if it's an essay, then you obviously want to study essay writing strategies instead of looking for multiple choice answers. Yeah, it's really important to know that.
Totally. And I find that another really helpful tip to study is to actually teach other people because I feel like that's really mutually beneficial because you help somebody who may be struggling in your class and then you also reinforce the ideas in your head as well. So I find teaching other people topics in your class is really helpful.
I think teaching other people is helpful just as much as teaching yourself is also helpful. So quizzing yourself, flashcards, or have someone else quiz you. I also think that's really important.
So do you guys prefer Quizlet or handheld flashcards?
I used to do handheld flashcards, but I found that those took up a lot of time to make and also a lot of resources like the flashcards. I feel like Quizlet is really easy though, because it also has those like learn modes, the test modes. There's just so many things you can do on there.
Yeah, I prefer Quizlet too.
Yeah, same. So how do you guys like make sure that you are focused enough like the day of the exam? Like, do you have any like sleep schedule or something like that?
I just kind of wing it and hope for the best.
I just make sure to have like a clear head and eat a good breakfast. That always helps me.
So do you guys like know any good study apps other than Quizlet?
Sometimes I just review my notes in Notability. I think that's really helpful too, because those are notes that you like take during class, and you kind of sometimes you can write the teachers word for word exactly what they say. So I think it's really important to review your notes as well.
I agree, those are good. I also really like the online planners and like study guides and things like that. I feel like those are also really helpful.
Yeah, totally. So now it's time to stop talking about serious stuff. BHS trivia about historical events at BHS.
So I'm going to ask a few questions, and we're going to see if you guys can get the right answer.
Okay.
So question number 1, which president spoke at BHS? A, former President Kennedy. B, former President George W. Bush. C, former President Obama. D, former President Clinton.
I know Obama like came to BHS because like there's that picture with him at the front of the school.
Yeah, I was thinking about like when you enter the school, I think there's a picture of Kennedy and there's a picture of Obama like next to it. So it could be one of those two. I feel like we could narrow it down to those.
Yeah.
I feel like if it was Obama though, I think I would know about it.
Yeah, I feel like it would be more big of a deal.
I would guess Kennedy, I think.
Yeah, me too.
So that was actually a true question. Both Kennedy and Obama spoke at BHS.
Huh.
Oh, I think we got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could hear Obama speak. Maybe that's on YouTube or something.
Okay, question number 2. Remember the Lincoln statue outside the school? How many of that statue are there in the world? A, 1. B, 2. C, 5. D, 1,000. Or E, 10,000.
I don't know. I feel like it's not a small number because then
why would there be one outside of our school?
But it's not like a really popular statue that I would expect like tons of them would be there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say 1,000.
I'll go with 5, just I don't know, for fun.
Okay, so the answer is actually 2. Our statue is one of 2 in the world.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay, so question number 3. Where is the other statue? Question number 3. Where is the other statue located? A, the White House. B, the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum. C, the Shippensburg, Pennsylvania Historical Society. Or D, the Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C.
I feel like it would be in the Lincoln Presidential Library Museum.
That's what I was thinking too, because it is a statue of Lincoln.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so the answer is actually the Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Question number 4. What year did BHS open? A, 1945, B, 1947, C, 1950, or D, 1949?
I honestly have no clue because those dates are like so close together.
They are really close. I think I saw somewhere that it was 1949. I could be wrong. I could be completely misremembering, but that's what I think I remember.
Okay.
You're correct, 1949.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Question number 5. When did BHS win its first state championship game? A. 1986, B. 1955, C. 1967, or D. 1982?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna take a guess and say 1967.
I'll guess 1982.
So you're both wrong. It's actually 1986.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now on to the last question. What sport was that first state championship game for? A. Track and field, B. Baseball, C. Gymnastics, or D. Golf?
I feel like our school is really good for track and field and like gymnastics.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I know we've gone to state a lot for golf recently, but I don't
Yeah.
know about back in 1986.
And I'm also thinking like what sports were like popular in 1986? Like I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe baseball?
I was thinking that too. I feel like that's pretty likely.
Yeah.
Let's go with baseball.
You guys are correct. It's baseball.
Well, that's all for this episode of Bronco Breakdown. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe on YouTube or follow on other platforms. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.